Oh, I'm here. Hey, what's up? It's Greg Gray, Dope Living TV, the live version. All right. Got to let you know the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. They are, you know. So we might have some connectivity problems. The wind is bad here. It's raining, doing a lot of stuff. So, before I go, hold on. Oh boy. Because if I didn't do this right here, we would die out and then you would not see the show. All right. Anyway, so today we're talking about relationships, everything today and tomorrow, actually. Relationships, everything you wanted to know about relationships, but were afraid to ask, maybe. Yeah, probably not. But I wanted to talk about that because I got a lot of inboxes. I got a lot of texts. As well as from last week as well, and asking about relationships. I am not a relationship expert, but you know, my viewers are, my panel, they got some thoughts on it. So, you know, I wanted to find out though why a relationship struggles. What are some warning signs, I'll call them, that you're in a bad relationship? I mean, I don't know everything, okay, but it's what I read, okay? So let's start off with number one, really. How do you know you're in a bad relationship? Then we're gonna really get this to me because I got some questions, some situations that I really need some clarification on, all right? So we all know the relationships are the core of the most important things that we do, not only as leaders, but as humans as well. And relationships are how we form partnerships and families and organizations and communities. And these are all relationships. But with relationships, there's ups and downs. There's times you can almost read each other's minds. You're so in sync, okay? But there's other times where you seem to be like you're miles apart, and it happens even in healthy relationships. So here's a couple of things that I found that can tear them apart, or reasons why you might think or start to believe that you might be in a failing relationship. The first one was resentment. You know, resentment grows when somebody feels like they're unheard or dismissed. It can lead to bitterness, some deep-seated anger, communication. It goes from difficult to just about damn near impossible, and the negativity is just overwhelming. How do you get over that? Communicate. You know, it's essential. Make sure that everything from your cash, you know, the money in the household to your responsibilities around the house. Make sure it's equal. Make sure it's fair. You know, because one way or the other, somebody can resent you if you're not doing your part, or if you're not communicating the proper. I said the proper message. You know, another one is just disrespect. Period. Disrespect is ridiculous. You know, mutual respect is what builds a relationship. It holds it together. The mutual respect. And if you're feeling like you're being disrespected, whether you're giving it, because you could be giving it or you're receiving it, you got a problem. You know, it's probably sometimes a case of where you never learn how to disagree respectfully, and it can really mess you up. So I'm gonna go on here because there was a question, a bunch of questions, a lot of questions that were asked, and I want to ask you guys, and I'm going to play a video as well. Is it a woman's job to make her man into a man? Look like I'm leaning. I know, positioned differently because I just literally got in and cut on. But is it a woman's job to make her man a man? You know, I don't think it's her job to make her a man, but sometimes a woman might have to kind of support him differently. And when I say support him differently, to a way that, you know what you want. You know exactly what you want. So that man that you've chosen may not be the man that you want him to be right now. But that's the communication aspect of it. Talk to him, let him know, and maybe he can become more of a man. Now, I can tell you a situation, not with me, but somebody that I know. They were always being helped, always being helped, always being helped. And there came a time when the person had to literally grow up. And what did they do? It was difficult. It was very difficult. The girl was telling the person, you need to quit doing this, or letting so-and-so do this, let so-and-so do that, and do it on your own. And this person finally did it. And he saw a different side of himself. And he also saw that person that was actually telling him and helping him to get to that place that he wanted to be wasn't for him. So he can't. It can work both ways. Look, I want to play this video. It's kind of funny, but it's called "Did I Cheat? Did I Cheat in My Marriage?" Y'all check this out, and we'll be right back. All right.
What's up, y'all? It's Jay Jackson. What's happening? I'm here with my beautiful husband of 14 years, Daniel. We never wanted to make a video like this. I don't think we ever even wanted to have a marriage like this. You know, we took vows, and ultimately I defiled them in every way possible. I've had a lot of inappropriate relationships with men, with women, a lot of men, a lot of women. I was fucking, I was sucking, I was in bars, cars, closets, trains, basically. I mean, shit, I had a couple ran on me. I'm a runner, I'm a track star, all of that. Like, it was bad, and I'm not proud of it. And I want to publicly apologize for my choices and my decisions. You know, I was eating ass, and I don't even do that for my husband. So I don't know. I take full accountability. You know, it's not something that's because of my family situation. It's not like I had a bad father or a bad mother growing up. It was nothing wrong like that. I had a loving family, loving siblings, was raised well. I like being a hoe, to be honest, and I enjoy it. It's something about it that I just can't let go. And, you know, I think we finally got to a point in our marriage where we recognize that we do have love for each other, and we do want this, you know. Like, you want to jump in, or?
Yeah, I want to say that I agree with everything she said. I didn't when I found out, I left. I dipped out, and no matter, and I stayed going. I stayed dipped out, and no matter how often she came and begged me back, I didn't come back. I'm still not back. I didn't come back until it was, you know, time.
God, yeah. I'll let you finish. Well, no, you know, it was really because, you know, if y'all ever heard that song "Where I Want to Be" by Donnell Jones, that's the best way to put it. You know the song "Where I Want." You gonna sing it with me?
Yeah.
Where I want to be, and this is where we want to be. So, sweet, if you gonna do it, do it.
Sweet little sweetie,
I don't wanna
lose you, baby.
That's where we at. So, you know, we gonna keep going strong. We love each other. We're happy now more than ever. I've never been more in love with this man, and he's never.
Right. Yes, I've never been more in love with this woman.
Yeah. Damn. So that's nice. That's good. Yeah, that should be good.
The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. I don't know how that brother stayed in that, and I'm gonna play this again before we get off. But actually, it's pretty funny. But could you stay in a relationship like that? Could you stay in a relationship knowing that your woman or your man has cheated on you, and they're really callous about it. They're like, you know, they were honest. They said that that's what they do. That's what they like to do. But still, would you stay? Me personally, just thinking as about it. No, I couldn't do it. I don't know. Love is one thing. Disrespect is quite another. So would I do it? Probably not. Probably not. So that was another, and hopefully when the rest of the people come on, we'll talk about that too. And I want to thank, by the way, yesterday we had a talk on cryptocurrency, and want to thank the people for coming on and checking us out and listening and giving their comments as well. All right. I got two things going on here. So here's another question. All right. And thank you for the person who sent a couple of these questions. If you live in a state, properly, if you live in a state where polygamy was legal and your spouse told you that they wanted your relationship to be a plural marriage, how would you feel? Now, they told me to ask the men first, then ask if the woman wanted to be with only the only woman with multiple men in the marriage versus multiple women. And when Gina comes on, I'm telling you, it's going to be, excuse me for a second. When Gina comes on, it's going to be different. Gina has a way of putting things a little different. So we're going to do that. Let's get back to some of these signs too, and I'm gonna get back to these questions. A lot of them. Dishonesty. An occasional lie is forgivable. A little white lie. And depending on your moral outlook and the situation, sometimes it can even be appropriate. You can laugh it off, okay? But lies about serious matters on a daily basis, they can be seriously harmful. A key source to often the key to the source of lies is in asking yourself, what function the lies are playing? Why did they tell this lie? Was it necessary to tell this lie? Is it to give an illusion of competence in some areas, or to prop up a failing sense of self-respect? Once you understand why, you can find a more positive way. Once you find out why, you can become to get a more positive way to understand about the dishonesty. But would you stay with somebody who's being dishonest to you on a constant basis? I couldn't, because I can't, me personally, I can't do that much work. You're being dishonest, you're being disrespectful. I'm starting to resent you because of the things that you don't do. So, I don't know. And this is just me. You guys can hang out with that. I'm cool with that, okay? Distance, or distancing, I should say, because long distance relationships, they're cool. If you trust one another, and trust is another sign that if you're in a failing relationship, mistrust is one of the signs. But distancing, if one or both of you are consistently tuning out, looking to do other things without each other, and avoid making a connection, that can be a deal breaker, okay? It might not be what you signed up for. It might not be the bond between you and your mate that you wanted. That bond is severed. People look for all kinds of reasons. Some are temporary, some are permanent, but all can lead to the dissolution of the relationship. And again, me, is what it is. You all like it, you all don't. I'm cool with that. But we have to. A relationship is work. You have to put in the time. You got to put in the effort, and you got to make it. If you want this, you got to make it work. All right. You have to. How shall I say? Do your part, and even if it takes you doing a little bit more than the other one, just to make sure that person catches up with you, then you got to get it. Here's some signs that your relationship isn't really isn't working. You always fighting. There's always something to argue about. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Who wants to do that? You know, is that a breakup moment, or can you fix that? There's no intimacy. Ain't nothing going on in the bedroom but sleep. And most times it's probably one person in one room and one person in another room. There's no intimacy whatsoever. So what do? You know, you're not even talking or saying endearing things to each other. So is that a breakup moment, or is it a fix it moment? You don't spend much time together. As I mentioned, distancing. Relationship is two people, and those two people are supposed to get to know each other and be each other's best friend. Almost know what the other's thinking. But when you got the distance, is it a breakup moment, or is it a fix it moment? Your emotional needs aren't being met. To me, that's needy. That's just too needy. Okay, I can't fix anybody. So if you have an emotional problem, an emotional need, I can't fix it. I'm sorry, I can't fix it. But what I can do is try to help. What's going on, Chris Payne? Chris Payne said he did that for 8 years. Sadly, becoming comfortable is dangerous. Oh, absolutely. Being, and that's one thing you can't do. Yeah, it's okay to get a little relaxed, but comfortable. You get too comfortable in a relationship. Watch and see what happens. Chris knows. Get too comfortable. Oh, by the way, you all check out Chris Payne. This is it Friday, Chris. He's releasing his album. And he did it all from this, all from a cell phone. He mixed it, mastered it, instruments, vocals, everything. You need to check it out. That's innovation for you, okay? History is what's up. But yeah, Chris, we support that, man, and hope everything is well. Hey, and tomorrow, man, I got a new product I'm going to be actually, I'm gonna drink that I'm gonna eat that product with my core. So got a new product I'm hawking. So y'all check it out when tomorrow. How can you strengthen a struggling relationship? How can you make it even better? One thing you can do probably, and like I said, these are things that I do. Yeah, another album. My bad. I thought it was the first, man. Another album from Chris. Y'all make sure that y'all look, Chris. You can give us a song for Friday or Thursday or Friday's show, and we'll play it for you, man. Most definitely. How do you strengthen your relationship? How do you strengthen a struggling relationship? One thing you can do is to make that relationship a top priority. You know, consider your relationship like a living thing. It's either going to grow or it's going to die. Relationships grow and flourish when we invest and we nurture them. Okay, if you don't want to invest in it, don't do it. Okay, because you're gonna one or the other is going to get hurt. When a relationship is struggling, it's a sign that they've been neglected. To strengthen a struggling relationship, and it's just me saying this, you got to make it a top priority of your time and your energy. Yes, the world goes on, but if you're in a relationship, you have someone else in there that's vested in you, just as you're supposed to be vested in them. Make that relationship a top priority. If it gets to a point where you can't talk to one another, or you're not soothing that person and the other person is not soothing you, time to get out. Time to get out. Chris says, I'm not promoting my stuff. I'm here to listen. I know that, Chris, but I can do what I want. I'm promoting your stuff. All right. Say it again. So watch me. Another way that you can strengthen a relationship is accept that disappointment can happen. You know, don't say that, I'm going to be in a perfect relationship and nothing's ever going to happen. Okay. And then you're setting yourself up for the fall. Accept that disappointment will happen. It happens when our expectations don't match reality. Two people are always going to have differences. And so having said that, this means that disappointments are going to happen. We got a tendency to focus on the negative, and then we use this, I call it evidence, to reinforce the belief that our relationships are filled with disappointment. Instead, we got to accept that disappointments happen. and choose to focus on the parts that have made you happy, fulfilled your expectations, and even brought blessings to you. You focus on the positive, take away the negative, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Again, I'm not an expert on it, okay? I'm single. I'm not married like everybody else. Chris Payne, you already know, man. Number love coming that way. All the way to England. Shooting it that way, bro. Here's another one. When you're angry, don't make the derogatory comments or insults or belittle the other person. The words you use are so very powerful. When you put down your partner or the relationship, you're causing huge damage. So you got to break those habits that damage the relationship, especially when you feel frustrated and disappointed. You got to use words that show respect, love, and hope. In other words, plant the seeds that you want to grow. Greg's getting deep here. That's right. Greg's getting deep. Got to do it. Got to do it. Don't play the blame game. Something goes wrong, and you're going back and forth. Believe me, the blame game, I should call it, is a no-win situation. Nobody wins in that. Even if you are successful in blaming the other person, you're still stuck with all the problems and the feelings that come with them. And the only way to begin changing your problems into solutions is to take full responsibility for the parts you play. Stop blaming the other person and start creating a relationship that you want. That way, and again, I am not the expert on this. And neither is this dude.
I'm going to tell you the truth because it's just
something in my eyes.
Oh yeah, okay. Something in my eyes told me. So I don't know the words, but something in my eyes giving me the sign. So I knew it was on. Everybody, welcome to the show.
What power to the people?
Power to the people. Hey, look, and even though this ain't music Thursday or Friday, like I said, I'm supporting Chris Payne. He got this album. He did his whole album, bro. Mix Master did everything right here. Shout out to my man, Carlo. Is it Mikey Carlo?
That's it. This is Booby Boy, Mikey Carlo.
Shout out to the man. He
coming out it's Booby Boy, Mikey Carlo now.
Coming out with some fire, y'all. Fire.
Booby Boy Carlo, my fault.
And we're gonna support that brother because when you support other people, they go some money your way too. No, I'm joking. But yeah, we're gonna support Chris Payne. You said Booby Boy Carlo?
Booby Boy Carlo, yep.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. So, Mr. Freshly Married Man, we are talking about relationships. You on a whatchamacallit? Can you turn your whatchamacallit down? It's an echo.
My computer?
Yeah.
You said turn it down?
Okay, yeah. Right there. No, right there. Because there's an echo. You hear my voice in the background. So you can turn the volume. We'll still hear you.
Okay, let's try this. Okay, how about that?
That's fine.
Yep. That's better?
Yep. Well, actually, no. Because now you hear me in the echo. Okay, you don't hear me at all now.
I mean, I don't know. I'm messing with my speakers. They're on 40 right now. What?
All good. We're all good. Don't worry about it. So look, I was telling everybody about the relationship. You're a freshly married man. What would have been a deal breaker for you?
What?
What would have been
a deal breaker to get married?
A deal breaker in your relationship before you got married?
Well, I mean, tell me this.
No.
for my relationship, this one right here, I can't think of what would have been a deal breaker.
Okay, that's a good thing. So you have a great relationship.
I'm happy.
Okay. All right. So there was a question that was asked on your wedding day. Well, no, not that one. Hold on. Let me give you a good one. If you live in a state where polygamy was legal and your wife told you that they wanted your relationship to be a plural marriage, how would you feel?
I'm used to it already. I'm used to pluralness. I was raised on pluralness. You know what I'm saying? Plural means just me and her, right?
Oh,
Oh, plural. That
yeah.
means more than two.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she said she wanted a. She said she wanted a plural marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. If she wanted to bring another woman in here, I ain't got nothing to say about it.
No,
That's on her.
she would want to bring another man.
Why would she want to do that? I'm more than a man.
Because she lives in a state where polygamy is legal. So, what if she wanted multiple men in the marriage?
I never thought of nothing like that, so it's not like I could just give you an instant answer and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If she wanted more men in the marriage, and I didn't know this before we got married,
you wouldn't know. Y'all never discussed it.
I mean, so it just started. It just got legal while we got married, and she's like, "Yeah, I want to do that."
It was always legal, but the discussion about you guys doing it or you guys having that never came up because you guys were a couple. Chris Payne.
Well, I mean, if we was a couple, that's pretty much the same shit.
Chris Payne says, "Answer it."
If my wife wanted some more men, wanted some men in there, I'll leave. Fuck it. I'll leave. She can do what the fuck she want to. How about that? How about that as an answer? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because after that it's my turn. God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
It's an honest answer. That's all I wanted.
And you don't want me, and anybody that know me do not want me to have a turn. So I'm gonna see if the goose good enough for the gander. However that go. You feel me? Yeah, let's see if that works. I mean, cause I've been a player all my motherfucking life. Me too, and she have too. You hear? Me too, me too, nigga. That's what she said. But I've been playing all my motherfucking life. The whole thing about that is, I ain't gonna be there. But if she make that request and it's legal now and this, that, and the other, I'm gonna let her see what it do. Cause you gotta understand that I gotta turn at this. And like I said, in my turn, boy. Oh boy.
Everybody say what's up to Maurice.
What's up, Maurice?
What's up? Y'all have too much fun again. Here we go.
I'm back. Better believe it. That David would have talked to me crazy.
Man, look. Let me tell you what happened. I said, let's go on Facebook. Then y'all started talking about polygamy. I was like, what? Shit, what the hell is going on here? You said, hey, she wanted, you got to go. I'm with you, man. If she wants more than one, hey, ain't nothing you can do with that anyway. So, I mean, and what can you do with that?
Right, ain't nothing. I ain't gonna try to do nothing about it. I'm gonna get mad and be like, hell no, bitch. What the fuck? No, I ain't about to do none of that shit. I ain't about to do none of that shit. I'm gonna be like, all right, well, what time do I need to come back to the crib?
You gotta be super mo for that shit. Hey, if she gonna want one shit, this super mo.
All right, so look, both of y'all. Let me ask y'all this other question. Here we go. Okay, you found out that your significant other had sex with someone of the same sex, but swears it was because they were drunk. Would you end the relationship?
No.
Why the fuck I'm in the relationship because she had sex with a woman?
Would you invite the other woman in?
No.
Would I invite the other woman in? I gotta see what she look like first. Because women, a lot of women, sometimes women, they don't be caring. You be seeing some of these women dating other women. It be a fine one and an ugly one a whole bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? I got the fine one already. So if she was fucking around with whatever ugly was and shit, I don't need her coming through the crib.
Were you saying one got a liquor license, one don't?
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, real life.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
Fuji,
Shit, huh?
let me ask Patty the same thing.
She said, "Go ahead, Patty. Come here." I mean, you know, she hear you. Go ahead.
Patty, that first question. If you live in a state,
No.
okay. Second question. You find out that
No.
Now wait a minute, hold on. The third one is if you catch him with another him, hey.
Oh no, I know he don't get down like that. But the thing is, I don't get down like that either. I ain't never kissed a girl, been with a girl. I don't do that. I'm cool.
Yeah, that's hypothetical, baby. It was hypothetical.
Okay, I'm just saying. We just gonna make it all the way to 100 then. But no, to everything you said, no.
Nah.
Yeah, because I don't get down like that.
Chris Payne asked, "What if she was disabled and trans and of color?"
Woo.
What if who was disabled? My wife?
The jump off, I guess. I don't know.
If she was
She's
disabled,
trans, and of
Either one of those categories. Would you take a disabled woman? Well,
No, I don't think I need no. I don't think I need no disabled women. I had a midget before.
yeah,
Oh.
No, a little person.
Oh, that's a question. I don't even understand the question.
But oh, you know, hey, that's about as disabled I would get.
Here we go.
Okay. All right, let me get back to this question. Here's another one. We're gonna be doing it for 2 days, so. Whew, Lord. I'm gonna need a bunch of core water for this.
All right.
On your wedding day, you find out that your soon-to-be spouse has been having an affair up to the day of the wedding. The wedding has been paid for. Wait a minute. The wedding has been paid for, and your guests are starting to arrive. Would you end the relationship then?
Hell no. What am I ending for? I mean, shit, we just got married.
Or get ready to.
Getting ready to.
So, we getting ready. I mean, shit, it's from that day on for me. I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen videos where
I'm gonna be a little upset, but it ain't no deal breaker because I mean the deal breaker gonna be after we marry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to death do us part. After the death do us
Right,
part.
that'll be the deal breaker because then death do us part. Then
they said he opened up a horrible can of worms. So look, here's a question. At the bachelor party, she has a bachelorette party. Now I've seen on video a bachelorette party where the woman who's getting married, she doing everything to that stripper. All right.
I've seen that. Period.
And it's been filmed. Okay. Would that be a deal breaker for you?
Nope.
No, I mean, we ain't married yet.
Yeah,
we ain't married. That's her last night. What I'm doing? Where I'm at? What I'm at the chapel or something, chilling, waiting for this, or am I at a bachelor party?
Okay.
At a bachelor party.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
and you're gonna accept the fact that your wife then had another man sucking, doing everything else.
Wait, we don't know no details. We just know she had a good time.
I mean, but you know what? On everything, look, peep game, for real. Men been doing this forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
All right, forever and ever and ever. And we've seen it, we witnessed it, and we might even been a part of it. All right, bachelor parties, you know what I'm saying? Going out, strippers come out, and the drink come out. The drink came out before the strippers came out. Right. So when the strippers came, it was over with. You know what I'm saying? Everything was possible, hopefully. And the next day the man gets married. He done had his dick all down her throat, probably in different parts of her body and everything else. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to put it inside his wife's the next day. So I mean, I'm not gonna be judgmental and say, I'm just gonna say, what's the difference?
Okay, so that is reminiscent of you remember the movie The Best Man?
Yeah.
And he found out that his best friend had sex with his soon to be wife, and it ate him up. He did marry her though.
Yeah,
I mean, it could eat a person up. You could be upset. You know what I'm saying? You can't be upset, but you got to understand why you marrying what you marrying, and if the reasons are there and true, you know, yesterday really don't matter until, like I say, it's after you get that you do that death do you part thing, and then
vows.
even after you do that death do you part, that's the part where you. If you fuck up, you can't have a secret, can't have no secret. You gotta go and let her make a decision, or vice versa.
So let me ask you both, Maurice, Uji, what would be a deal breaker in a relationship? Okay.
I would say in a relationship, you talking about a marriage relationship or just a relationship?
What's a relationship?
In a relationship, anything could be a deal breaker. It depends on how strong or weak how strong or weak minded you are.
Right.
All right, anything could be anything could be a deal breaker. Her walking and using a toothpick wrong could be a deal breaker to some guys. You feel me? It's just your mentality on what you want or expect out of a woman.
on me, you know, a lot of cats, and not myself personally, but I done seen marriages end over the checkbook. You know, that money.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it could be anything. It could be anything. It depends on how much you love this woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How much you care about her, how much you want to be with her.
I mean,
different things of that nature.
It was on both ends though. The brother was spending just as much money as the woman was, and they blaming each other for the financial. So I done seen marriages end on that. That's not a deal breaker for me. I mean, the respect is there. If you got respect enough, you know, y'all communicate good, so you don't have to worry about none of that. You know.
And
Patty over here saying, she's saying if I was to get fat, that'd be a deal breaker.
No, you said it. I said if I get fat.
You know, that's what I said. If she gets fat, I'll probably break the deal. That's what she says.
That's what I think.
That's what she thinks.
That's a deal. Hey, that's a deal breaker from the great family. That's passed on. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Patty, you better stay on that slim fast, whatever, man. Keep it going.
Stay on that slim fast.
Keep it going, man. Because I'm telling you, we'll drop you like the elephant that you are. Okay, I'm telling you.
So mean.
We're honest. You come in,
I'm gonna leave that at that. I haven't said anything like that since I've been married.
Let me tell you this though. You come into the relationship, you got to keep the same thing going, okay? How you want me, keep it going.
Yeah. Right. That's how it's supposed to be. Because when I walk out the shower, she's like, ooh, wee, loo, la. But if I was to have a big ass stomach dripping over all that thing, you know what I'm saying? She said she'll still want me, but it ain't gonna be the same look that's gleaming in her eyes. She'll be like, ooh. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what. If I hear the corduroy scraping from a woman's thighs and she ain't got no corduroys on,
stop that. You
smoke coming off the bad boy.
You better be nice.
Say you hear smoke. I mean, see smoke coming off the bad boy too.
She asking you to hand her the oil so she won't burn. I mean, come on, man.
Dang.
Get out of here.
Dang, Rick.
A relationship is as strong as the two people in it.
Yeah, it is, and you got to focus on the qualities that you love.
You understand that?
You know what I'm saying? You got to remember the moments and the reasons why this person became special and important to you, and trust that all of those things are going to continue to be true within the marriage. So you keep that part in your heart, okay, and allow yourself to always feel in love every day. Have that pride for her every day. Have that respect that you felt for her at the beginning. Keep it going, okay? You got to always come back to those moments that revitalize, that strengthen your commitment to one another. That's how you keep a strong relationship. I don't know nothing about that though.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Greg. I've been married to mine for actually the end of this month. It'll be 25 years. We've been together for 30.
That's what's up.
So, and I think the biggest thing that I learned, this is my second time around. The biggest thing I learned that first time around, there wasn't no respect, none at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, just to be real and real, the first time around wasn't no respect. Neither one of us respected each other.
That's
This,
that's
and
that's
that was
kind of
that.
how like mine was. I had respect, but she didn't.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna tell you, both of us didn't have no respect for each other. I mean, I'm just being really true and true. And I
Right.
think even if we did have respect for each other, we didn't know how to talk to you. We was young. I got married the first time around when I was 19. Greg, you
Yeah.
remember? You remember I was out there at the mall working, you know?
I remember. I remember.
So I mean, shoot, man, it was just a trip. I was young and stupid. So but the second time around, I thought one of the most important things in the whole wide world to me was respect, you know, was respect. And and having a mutual love. The last thing you want to do is that say something to that person that you love so much. That's stupid that you can't take back.
If you
You
can't
know,
That you can't take back. I heard that.
so I mean, cause and see, previous we say anything to each other. You know, old dirty black dog. The B word and everything. So it wasn't no respect. I can't even imagine myself saying that to my wife right now.
that's
I'm
what's
gonna
up.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you like this: a deep associate couldn't say nothing that they can't take back from me. I'm done with
Uh,
it.
hey, believe it or not, a lot of people don't understand that words freaking hurt worse than a
Words are
fist.
lethal. Words are lethal. They are. Man. It can tear you up quicker than anything.
Yep.
So I just got another text. So you're in a relationship, and we just got to talking about this. The other one gets sick and gains weight because of the illness or the meds. Is that a deal breaker?
Nope.
Nope, it ain't no deal breaker for me either because we're gonna get her well, and then I'm gonna hit the park with her.
Right. I mean, those are aesthetics. I mean, you got to remember this shell gonna go away one of these days, and I mean, you take care of it, of course, the best you possibly can, but this shell is gonna go away. It's that mind and that mind between the two of y'all that
Well, you
keep it
go
going.
ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You got that was it. That's all I wanted to say. This shell gonna go away, and
You know
then
what? Greg can probably back me up on this. We didn't grow up like that. Wherever my daddy wanted, my mama was. Am I lying? If my daddy wanted my mama, if my daddy looked at a thick girl in the street, my mama all of a sudden turned thick.
mm,
If my daddy looked at a thin girl woman in the street, guess what? My mama was thin. And to this day, right now, she's 80 something years old, and she looks good. I don't know what she's not fat or skinny. She's
healthy.
nice though.
Yeah.
You
She
feel
never
me?
thought.
I mean, and I done seen my mama. I done seen my mama gain weight because my mama I think my daddy was looking at a bigger woman. You know what I'm saying? I done seen her gain weight. Boom, just like that. Then she lost it. Boom, just like that. A woman can do whatever the hell they want to as long as they want to.
Keep it in
You know what I'm
style.
saying? Long as that man, I guess they got their nose in it all the time still.
Gotta respect. I mean, respect is key. And if you respect that woman will respect you. The women are
That is
the
true.
backbone.
Very true, brother.
Backbone, man. They are the backbone. We can go off like we're businessmen. We can go off and try our business, this and that. That woman can say one thing to interject and say, well, hey, I think you're doing great, but if you tried this, I think it could go a different way. Man, look, and it does. I'm telling you, women thinks much more analytical than men. We think one track a lot. Now, I gotta say that my family is a little bit different. So I'm not gonna put my family with the rest of these dudes. I'm sorry, but guess what? Hey, the teeth are crooked, man. The words come out wrong. But
Mhm.
all day long, man. I'm telling you, if you respect that woman, bottom line, she'll respect you, and you got a woman for life, especially if you guys communicate. Here's another question: do you think a couple's finances should be together or separate?
Together.
I think that it could be both. I think that
Well,
you can have an account together, and I feel like that it could be an account that's separate. Let me tell you why.
Yeah,
For simply because You got a family, so the woman needs to be able to take care of the family without having to ask this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other end of it, say a person like me, a businessman. That's what I said, both, Jackie. Say a person like me, a businessman. I can't have my business aspect in my family, or else it might get fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why I got 3 accounts.
Right. Like, yeah, I got accounts. But like say for instance, say, you know, I got a lawnmower account. All right. And all of a sudden this brand new 55-inch lawnmower come out and it's $5,000 and I need that for my business.
Right.
And instead of me taking it out of a family account, you know what I'm saying, where she might be thinking we about to go on a vacation with that money or something, which I'm cool with because that's the family account. I take it out of there. Now somebody's upset. You know what I'm saying? I think money should be separately. I think that it shouldn't be nothing that's hidden.
Right, right.
I feel like it shouldn't be nothing that's hidden, but I do feel like it should be some separate money things going along.
You're gonna have a separate account and full disclosure. Can she have access to that account?
I mean, she won't. What would she need it if it's money in the other account?
Y'all married?
I mean, but that's spiteful. That's being spiteful.
I wouldn't even bother that.
Well, see, you hear? I wouldn't bother that. What would she want to bother that for?
I'm just
full access to his account now, and I don't fuck with it.
She does.
Unless I tell him, I'll be like, "Hey, baby, I'm getting ready," or can I get? I still ask him.
Hey, how you gonna comment? It ain't on the screen though.
Huh?
How you gonna comment? It ain't on the screen.
Oh, because she been busy all day. She's relaxing.
All right.
That's even though that's your spouse and y'all both got access to that money without talking about it first. That's, to me, that's stealing. I don't care how you look at it.
Whoa, good one. That's stealing.
That's stealing. Taking anything without permission is theft.
There you go.
And it is. It is true. Well, like I said, we have, 3 accounts, but we don't have separate accounts. You know what I mean? So it's 3 accounts. One is just basically, one is home, and one is like where her paycheck goes, and one is where a piece of another paycheck goes.
Right. I understand.
So then, with that separate account, that extra account, and I'm just asking questions. I ain't trying to start nothing, man behind the curtain. With the separate account, can both of you add to that separate account and make it another account just for you guys? Both of you guys.
Well, we both have access. So I mean, we have access to the accounts, all the accounts. I mean, just like she just said a minute ago, my wife will come and say, "Baby, X, Y." We call it the red and white accounts. Is what we got. We got a nickname. Red accounts. Red accounts is house and big stuff. White accounts is separate stuff, like you do vacations and stuff like that.
Right.
But she'll say, "Well, I'm a little short on the white account. Can I move XXX over there to the white account to do something?" Yeah.
Same here.
And that's just respect. I mean, I feel what she said. That's just respect. If I know I got to pay such and so out of one account, and and I already tell her, I could tell her when she said, "Can I get this to do that?" And I said, "Well, babe, this is for that." And and there ain't gonna be no arguments about it. And I bet the one thing that I can say, we don't want to fight about no money, because that's something both of us had to leave basically on our previous marriages. So I mean, we didn't have very much coming in. And like now, we've been blessed, to do a lot of things that we couldn't do in our other marriage, because again, both of us didn't have any respect in our old marriages.
I'm gonna take it a point further than that. And it's a no. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take you back a couple years. All right, when I was just y'all know I just got out of Duval. I'm on house arrest right now. All right, but before that, I just spent 3 years in the Fed joint. All right, when they came in and got me and everything at the house, and it was like, you going to jail. What you wanna grab anything before you go to jail? You need some numbers or something like that, and this, that, and the other. I said, I put my wallet to the side, I gave them the wallet, the keys to the car, the keys to the house, and I took my phone with me. All right, my phone was in jail with me the whole 3 years.
Mm.
All right, period. All right, I don't know. I mean, I'll fend for some numbers if I need some numbers. The phone was in jail with me the whole time. Nobody had access to my phone whatsoever, period. Now, I got out. I was in a halfway house for the feds. Got on house arrest for the feds. Was on that for 3 months. Home, free, on my phones, different things, this, that, and the other. A month after that, the state called me and told me I still had time to do for the state. So this time, I left my phone with my girl, with my fiance at the time. I left my phone, and before I gave her the phone, I made sure she had the codes to everything dealing with my phone. All right, my accounts, my Facebook,
passwords,
whatever. I left everything open, even for bitches that's on Facebook. You know, bitches on Facebook reckless. I don't care because I ain't fucking with them.
All right.
You feel me?
I got you.
I ain't fucking with them. So, baby, go through my phone. If it's anything strange or whatever, just let me know.
If you ain't doing nothing, you got to worry about that for the most part.
I ain't doing nothing, right? So, therefore, that's the same thing with the bank account. I'm not going to go in my bank account, my separate bank account, and go to Cancun for the weekend and say I was at a Masonic meeting. You understand what I'm saying? Which is something I might have did before all this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been a question behind it. I'm gone, right? But now, you know, you can check my account like she checked my account a day before the wedding because I sent it to the store and I told her to get just stuff. I was like, and buy me a 70-inch TV too. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I had bought some cakes from this one lady. She cooked them at the house. And Tyra, I call her Pie. And I had cash after some money. So she heard the bling or whatever on my own or whatever. I don't know what it was, but I had sent her too much money. So she checked the account and she was like, "Ooh, you got a windfall." You know what I'm saying? She didn't know what I had in the account. But that was it. It wasn't nothing extra to it. You feel me?
And it was what it was. I mean,
and it was what it was, period.
So that puts me into the, and you touched on it, okay, but my other question, okay, what about the cell phones?
Look,
would you give?
My wife got her ID in my phone. Her thumbprint is in my iPhone. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It don't bother me.
Right. Me either. I'm married. I'm cool.
Right.
There ain't nothing I got to hide. If I got to hide it, guess what? It ain't here.
All right. Greg, why you make that face there like, oh hell?
Hey, somebody just asked me why that face, Greg. What do you seriously, somebody
like you just got a lemon or something. Like, no, hell no, not my phone. Oh no, man.
They said, what do I got to hide? And Jackie Gardner says phones should be an open book. Here's my thing.
If you're married, yeah. I mean, even before, we got married.
You know, like I say, if you call yourself exclusive with a woman and this, that, and the other, and you playing a part, if you got a lot of shit in your phone that's showing that you're not playing a part, you're not playing a part.
Okay, but what if you have a phone? Look at my phone. I'm Mark, you know me, OG. I'm sorry, you know me, man. I don't care. Okay, but I also have a business phone. All right, so you don't have any reason to go into my business phone because you might. This is just me. I don't know. You might call somebody and thinking it's somebody else, and you mess up some business. You know,
a phone is a phone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If she know you got a business phone, I mean, if she not on no fuckery, it ain't no sense. She ain't gonna do nothing fluckery-ish.
Right.
If you're not showing fluckery, she don't have a reason to even do nothing fluckery-ish.
Is that with an L?
Yeah. A fluckery.
Fluck.
Yeah.
With an L.
L. Yeah.
With the L.
You want to make sure.
I mean,
want
I
to
mean,
make- it's fluckery.
There you go.
Okay. Just want to make sure, man. Okay, cool. Somebody told me to answer that myself, but I plead the fifth with 4 fingers.
Like I said, 4 years ago, 4 years ago, it ain't no way you would be in my phone.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, that's before, and you know, well, I call my significant other, and then once I said that, it's done and it's done. You know, I'm not going to even worry about what you see in that phone after we get married, because it's not gonna be no stupid shit up in there. It's just not gonna be nothing in there.
There you go.
And that goes down. Now that comes to the next thing, trust.
Dude, I'm getting all kind of questions. Look, everybody, and then Jackie, look, I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm single. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
There you go. That's right, because it's fluckery in the game.
I have nothing to hide, okay? But being single, I'm not gonna show you everything because you're not mine. If you're not mine, you have no reason. I don't have to show you anything. If you're mine, look, I'll give you all the code. You can have every code I get. I don't have a look. Let me get off of this phone thing quickly. So if you are in a relationship, I'm sorry, that's the wrong question. If you fall in love with somebody, and I know you guys already got yours, okay, but this is just we're helping the people out, okay? If you fall in love with somebody from a different race and you want to marry that person, would you still marry them if you find out that the majority of their family is prejudiced?
That's a deep question. I ain't never been. Well, I got to take it back. My wife is half German, and she's German black, you know. And we got some folks, you know, back on my daddy's side that, you know, is mixed too. But I mean, telling about my face, you wouldn't been able to tell it. But I don't know. That's a deep question.
Hey, Greg, you remember Becky?
I do.
Huh?
I do.
Remember I brought her to the house? I brought her to the house one rip.
Why you do that?
Huh? And you know what Mama said?
What?
Why you bring her in the neighborhood? She say, why you bring her over here?
What?
And after a while, she was like, you know, after I was like, man, I don't care about color and stuff, this, that, and the other. She was like, well, you know, after a while, she was cool with it. But
Melvin,
and you know, Jasmine's mom is what? Cuban.
You, Melvin, my son, y'all went outside of the your son went outside of the atmosphere, man. Y'all said, look, it's what you say, Patty over
free
there?
Game. It's free game.
The Patty behind the mirror.
Yeah, that was Patty.
Hey.
Yeah, it's free game. It's free game. It was free game. You know, we like all the women. Every last one. Korean, it didn't matter.
Patty,
I'm bringing them wherever. I'm bringing them with me, holding their hand.
You say, kiss me and I'll kiss you back.
That's right. You better believe it.
We wink, cross over.
Patty. Patty.
Yes.
Okay. Not saying that this is here now, okay? This ain't not got nothing to do with y'all. I'm asking a question. Help the people out, okay?
Uh-huh.
Your sex life is bad.
You said if it was.
No, I didn't say that. I said your sex life is bad. Not just
you said it's bad. You said it's bad.
Not just mediocre, it's terrible. All right. So the question is this. You're not just compatible in bed. I mean, you're just not compatible in bed, but you're compatible in every other way. But it's just not, the sex life is terrible. It's horrible. Would you end the relationship then?
Sex is very important. That's like so important.
You said that like a condom commercial. You hear that?
I agree.
No,
I mean sex is important, but I wouldn't step out, you know, on my wife. I just wouldn't.
He didn't say step out. He said end it.
Well, okay, end it. Let's step out either one. I mean, I just wouldn't do it.
But see, that's the, and I'm speaking from a single man. That's the step. I guess the steps. You're not trying to leave, but you not, you out there doing, you know, I don't know. Gina getting ready to get us in trouble.
I'm stepping out.
Yeah. If you start off with something and y'all leave, you will know from the very first time y'all sleep together ever in life that it's bad. So, like, why continue?
Because there's other qualities. Everything else you cool with.
Please.
Yes, I'm with her. I'm with her on that. I mean, I'm stepping out. I'm leaving. I'm stepping out. I might not leave her, but I'm stepping out.
No,
that's what I meant. You know,
I'm not gonna fake it.
I ain't gonna step out. I just can't do it. I mean, it's not in me on her. I mean,
there's lots of tricks in the book.
I'm stepping out.
I'm out.
Everybody say hello to Gina.
All the way out. I ain't
hey, Gina.
out.
Hey, it sounds like somebody in trouble already.
I'm cool.
Gina, I'm trying
I'm
to
running man. I'm doing a running man leaving.
Backwards.
With the pump.
Okay. Straight up.
He's crazy, man.
No.
With the pump.
With the pump. I'm out the backwards running man.
Hard bottoms and everything, huh?
Man.
So yeah, Greg, that'll be the deal breaker right there. That's the deal breaker. I'm cool.
Okay, so look, I got this video I want to play for y'all. I played it at the beginning when nobody was here. It's Fluckery, Fluckery. I want y'all to check this out, Gina, and then we'll come back because I got some questions. And I'm going to drink a whole gallon of water because they got me on this phone thing. All right, so this is did I cheat in my marriage? All right, y'all check this out. It's about 3 minutes long. Y'all check it out. Get y'all drinking something. Come back. All right. DopelivenTV Live. Y'all be right back.
What's up, y'all? It's Jay Jackson. What's happening? I'm here with my beautiful husband of 14 years, Daniel. We never wanted to make a video like this. I don't think we ever even wanted to have a marriage like this. You know, we took vows, and ultimately I defiled them in every way possible. I've had a lot of inappropriate relationships with men, with women, a lot of men, a lot of women. I was fucking, I was sucking, I was in bars, cars, closets, trains, basically. I mean, shit, I had a couple ran on me. I'm a runner, I'm a track star, all of that. Like, it was bad, and I'm not proud of it. And I want to publicly apologize for my choices and my decisions. You know, I was eating ass, and I don't even do that with my husband. So I don't know. I take full accountability. You know, it's not something that's because of my family situation. It's not like I had a bad father or a bad mother growing up. It was nothing wrong like that. I had a loving family, loving siblings, was raised well. I like being a hoe, to be honest, and I enjoy it. It's something about it that I just can't let go. And, you know, I think we finally got to a point in our marriage where we recognize that we do have love for each other and we do want this, you know, like, you want to jump in or
not no more. Got upset stomach.
Yeah, I want to say that I agree with everything she said. I didn't when I found out I left. I dipped out, and I stayed going. I stayed dipped out, and no matter how often she came and begged me back, I didn't come back. I'm still not back. I didn't come back until it was, you know, time.
God, I'll let you finish. Well, no, you know, it was really because, you know, if y'all ever heard that song "Where I Want to Be" by Donnell Jones, that's the best way to put it. You know the song "Where I Want." You gonna sing it with me? Yeah. Where I wanna be, and this is where we wanna be. So, sweet, if you gonna do it, do it.
Sweet little sweetie,
I don't wanna
lose you, baby.
That's where we at. So, you know, we gonna keep going strong. We love each other. We're happy now more than ever. I've never been more in love with this man, and he's never.
Right. Yes. I've never been more in love with this woman.
Yeah. Damn.
I didn't know about that ass stuff though.
That's nice. That's good. Yeah, that should be good.
That's dude to be doing the YouTube shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dude to be doing the YouTube shows.
Damn.
Well, he looked like he was shocked.
I didn't know about that ass. He got the bubble guts and everything.
You know what? He might dip again.
Oh,
he just might dip again.
Could y'all take that in y'all marriage?
Oh no.
They wasn't married though. They wasn't married.
Huh? Hey,
she said they were.
Situation. It's a hypothetical situation. I know they weren't married. That was something that they put out there. That was a skit. But what if that happened?
No.
Would y'all be as him?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say no. But Mama told me about a couple like that. Did she ever tell you about that couple?
When I picked him up, this how he went.
Huh?
I said, why you ain't say that in the first place?
Great.
No. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Start now.
Just a second. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm having technical difficulties. So y'all bear with me.
You are, because you're just sitting there smiling, looking stupid.
You're so dumb.
He come on back in a second.
Yeah, he come back because he just sitting there looking crazy.
Come on back, G. Come on back, G.
Can't take myself off mute.
How y'all put them boxes up there?
What boxes?
No, I'm talking about the 2 black boxes with just their pictures on them.
All you got to do is get out of the feed.
Okay.
Jackie said, "What the hell?" He said, "No." So I'm sorry we had technical difficulties, but yeah, man.
See if you could cut mine.
Huh?
Well, my mic.
What about it?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my mic is not on.
Yes, it is.
Okay, on my end it says off.
Okay, look, let me do this. How about this? Is it on now?
No, but it's good.
Okay, but you can hear me. I can hear you. Maurice, you good?
Yep.
Everybody's good. All right. We're moving again. My brother.
I think they taking it. I think they taking it to the extreme with that one. Like I don't know. Extreme. I don't know who. I don't know what kind of man he is to accept all that. Like he sounds like he got low self-esteem because just looking at her, prompting him to say things and he's saying it like a little puppet. I feel like he the one in a relationship with low self-esteem.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That's called fluffery.
Yeah, that is without a doubt, man. Shoot.
My mama knows some people just like them.
Oh,
somebody
told me a story. She told me a story one time. She say, "Well, it was this brother, and he married this lady, and she go out and she come back home reeking the sex, and she drink and smoke, and she come home and he study kept her, and he continued to keep this woman and love this woman for years. She talked about like 4-5 years, and finally she straightened her act out, and they the best couple in the world.
Well,
more power to them. I can't weather a storm like that.
Me neither.
And they were married.
I mean, that's hey, marriage is great. Marriage is the culmination of that pre-relationship that you guys have done, and you finally found that person that you can deal with, that you can tell your innermost secrets, you can share things with, and that's what the marriage is about. Okay. At what point in that marriage, though, and a lot of people break up in those marriages, do you say, well, hey, that's not the same person I married? A lot of times we've seen where, and men have said this. I said that in my marriage. Okay, everything was beautiful before we got married, but after we got married, you stop doing this, you stop doing that. You used to when I come home, you was always funky fresh fly. and you stop doing that. I don't want to see the curlers in your head in that regular ass bathrobe. Okay, I want to see the woman I married. At what point does that not get into the woman's mind or the man's mind that, hey, again, what you did to get me, you got to keep it going to keep me.
Well, see, a lot of that factors into the relationship. First of all, how long did the couple date? If you dated a year or two, yeah, you're still seeing the representative. You're not seeing the real person. You're not seeing, the covers coming off. No. And so when you get in that marriage and you start seeing these things, and then now you're saying, "Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I didn't know she did that or he did that," but you didn't even date long enough to get to know each other. The second thing is when a lot of times when couples say "I do," they say "I do" going in with blinders on. They know these things are going on. But I'm going to get married because I want a husband or I want a wife and I want to be in a relationship and I want to keep this person. And and then as time goes on, you start to see, oh, he's not changing. She's not changing. Oh, I really didn't really want to sign up for this. So now I'm gone. So those two things right there will factor into longevity. I think that factors into longevity. If you are honest and you date long enough to know the individual and really say, okay, I can accept their quirks. If you sign up for it, if you got a woman that's doing what she's doing and you say "I do," that's saying I do accept you exactly how you are.
Yep.
And you can't change it.
There should be an option to say, as he's going through those vows, do you promise to love, honor, and cherish? I do. Obey. I don't. There should be an option to say I don't.
See, I couldn't put that in my wedding vows. I couldn't put that obey in there because I can't.
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, both of us felt the same way about the obey thing, but it is the vows, so it is what it is. The thing about it is, obey is like, I mean, if you got a relationship where when somebody say obey, you get upset. I mean, that right there don't even, what's that? That don't even factor in.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I was wondering. I didn't know what that was. I mean, that obey don't even factor in because you respect each other. You know what I'm saying?
So where did that obey come from? Back in the slave days where they had to obey?
Yeah, I think that's where it just stayed in the vows. I mean, we hear the vows.
Yeah, they need to take that out though, for real. Take that out. The things have changed.
Yeah. But,
I mean, the Bible ain't changed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
When the Bible started changing.
No, it hasn't. But the Bible did not say obey somebody. It did not say obey somebody. It did not say be submissive to somebody. It did not say any of that.
Yes, the Bible got obeying all over. It's obey all over the Bible.
Obey a man?
It's obey all over the Bible. All over the Bible. I mean, you can interpret it. Bible is to be interpreted the way you see it. So you interpret it the way you want to, but obey is all through that Bible.
Well, I don't interpret it
as a man is the superior being.
I give them that. I give them that. But I also expect to get the individuality that I have as well. You have to respect me, my personality and my individuality.
You gotta understand, we as men, we don't. I mean, I'm gonna say me as a man. I don't expect to marry my child or my dog. So you have to think about obey. See, people hear the word obey and it goes straight to defense. It doesn't have to do that.
Go like slavery or something.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do that. See, that's that mind state. That's that mind state that's real fucked up. You know what I'm saying? To the point of where certain words take things into defensive when it don't have to be defensive. If you was to tell, if my wife was to tell me, hey baby, could you hand me some tissue? I'm gonna go get her some tissue.
Right.
Did I obey her?
Yeah. I mean, technically, you just did what she asked you to do. And like I used to tell my ex-wife, you can ask me anything, you can't tell me nothing. And
it's all to an extent, but I mean, we make different demands of our spouses all of the time.
Sure.
And to obey when it's stated in the vows, to obey doesn't mean that I am going to get my whip out and beat you because you disobeyed me. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that when you get married.
Hey, but you got some people that think that craziness too. You know,
Let me tell you.
Exactly, and they take that literally. And you know what? In some countries, that's exactly what it means. It means exactly that. Women are submissive. They can't show their hair. They can't, and they have to walk behind their man. In some countries, it is. In some relationships, even in the United States.
But see, I mean, you could take that. You could take that in that country. In that country, literally. You could take that. But we're not in that country, so why would we interpret it like that in the United States of America unless we was born or raised upon certain values?
But some people do take that literally. Even here, some people do.
You go over Utah, shoot, they take it real seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely
Utah got them Moorish people and stuff.
Yeah, they got some everything.
Yeah, they got those. They got a lot of different people. I mean, you know, it goes, and then that goes back to your religion and different things of this, that, and the other. Right. But you know, because the woman agrees to obey. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like this. We are in the United States of America. This is the melting pot. This is the milk and honey and all that other shit. You feel me? This is not obeying, or if you don't obey me, I'm gonna shoot you. Unless that is a kid or a dog or an animal or something of that nature. That's the things that you want to obey you. Your wife.
But see, the thing. The thing is that understanding has to be made prior to marriage. Because I may feel like it's interpreted as that. You may feel it's interpreted as something different. That should be an understanding and something that you go into marriage knowing. Not, it's said for you to obey me.
How does it go? How does it go exactly? State how it goes exactly.
I'm getting ready to. I have it right here. Ephesians 5:21.
Okay, yeah. State how it goes exactly. For real. State how it goes exactly.
You ready to read it to you right now, okay? And this is the seminary part of DopelivenTV. So
here we go.
Really?
Gaming party down.
So and I gotta say this before I read the word. Mark, that toilet paper, going to get the toilet paper for your girl. 30 years ago, my wife asked me to go get some toilet paper for her when she was on the toilet, and she called me yesterday, still waiting.
Dang.
Who is barking like a dog? Who is coming to America? Somewhere back in the scene somewhere.
I know, right? Ephesians 5:21, submitting to one another out of reverence for Christ. Wives, submit.
Now you said say to one another.
Oh, yeah. Can I finish? Can I please finish, person?
Okay.
Behind the curtain. Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and is himself its Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit in everything to their husbands.
Like I said, the man is superior, but I'm not gonna take it like that. I'm
not.
I'm not finished.
I'm telling you, some people do.
Whip that trick. Whip that trick. Whip that trick.
You said whip that trick.
Get him. All right. It's right here. It's right here.
Well, I mean, like we were talking about earlier, I can't even imagine saying anything stupid or crazy, towards my wife. I can't imagine it, and she'll tell you, she can't imagine it. You just can't do that, and you have respect for them,
right?
That don't make no sense. Don't make no sense at all. Somebody, I tell you I love you, and then you turn around and call her a B. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah,
I done seen niggas do that stuff, and I'm like, man, really? I done cut some mugs off his friends for saying some shit like that,
That's what I said, friends too.
One thing that we have to learn how to do within these relationships, those and we know that there's going to be arguments, there's going to be things that we don't agree with, okay? But we got to learn how to forgive and let go. We got, a lot of misgivings about what forgiveness means. It doesn't mean that you give them permission to mistreat you, permission to go do this dirt and this, and that means that you accept that both of you are doing the best you can to make it work, okay? And if you knew better, you would do better. You don't want to disappoint and hurt each other. You want to that's not what you want to do. You want to forgive that your partner hasn't learned the better ways of loving you, and the key word is yet. It means that forgiveness means that you can commit to letting go of the hurt and the pain of the past and allow for you guys to create something new, create that new history with each other. So forgiving is huge in a relationship. There's been instances where, you've done something so bad that you've invested all this time, 20 years, you've been dating each other, and you've been married 5 of those years, and do one thing and all of that history is gone because you cannot forgive something that's probably so tiny. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see, that starts at the beginning. You got to know how to forgive from the beginning, and you got to have communication. Without a doubt, before y'all even talk about getting married. Forget that. Me and my wife were best friends for a year before we even, hooked up and said, okay, you and me are together. And we could tell each other anything. We were best friends. I mean, for a year. And I'm gonna tell you, I could tell her anything, could trust her with anything. And
the woman I married, we've been friends for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
We never was boyfriend and girlfriend type demonstration until now, pretty much a couple years back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've known each other forever.
And didn't the light come on and say, hey, damn, I think I can spend the rest of my life with this woman because she's down with me no matter,
Mm-hmm. That's what we said. I told her, I said, hey, we get along real good and stuff.
Argue.
I said, we ain't never tried being in an exclusive relationship.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing with George.
We actually thought we weren't going to be a good relationship. We were friends, we were so good friends, and we thought, well, a year was a lot just to be friends. No benefits, just friends.
Y'all didn't never have sex?
No.
Oh, Lord.
We didn't have sex.
No. We hooked up. When we finally hooked up, it was on like that, kind of like put the icing on the cake because we were good friends. Well,
we didn't have sex for over 20 years, and it's like right. the first time I met her and we hooked up, she didn't have anything to hide. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like all the makeup, all the cosmetics, all of everything came off. This is what you fucking with.
But hey, here's the thing with your situation, and I can only speak as you're my brother, okay? The situation that you're in right now, we all like Patty. We all love that woman, okay?
Well,
I'm not saying anything about the rest of them, all 40 of them. I'm not saying anything about those, okay? I'm saying that we all love Patty. Patty is good people. Patty is respectful. She's gutter when she has to be. But she's always sister, okay? I've known her since you've known her too. Well, from you bringing her, around. But hey, Patty, regardless of anything, I don't care what goes down. You sister, you've always been sister, and we all love you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Man,
I'm probably gonna get texts from the 47 other ones. Saying that, dang man, why you said that? You didn't like me? I said all of
I hope they hit you up too.
But I said all. No, see, you're missing the point though. I said all of us. I liked them all. You know me, they was cool with me. Okay, but
they're gonna text me. They're gonna call me and text me talking about why your brother's dissing.
I ain't dissing. I like them all. I love Patty.
They're gonna be like, he a hater.
No, okay, I'll be that. I'll be a hater, and while I'm being hated, cut the check.
All my exes and baby mamas and different things, they congratulated me personally, pretty much. Called the house, FaceTimed me, and congratulated me on my marriage.
It's all good. I'm not saying anything about all 50 of them, okay? All I'm saying is this.
Number keep going up.
Hey, That's brother love. He can do that. He can do that. That's brother love. That's brother love, man. You can do that all day long. My brother used to mess with me like that.
They called her and congratulated her.
Yeah.
Hey, Maurice, man, this one right here, out of all my brothers, man, we didn't roll through because we had the same. At one time, we had the same goals. We was both in entertainment at the same time, and we were on top of everybody. I don't care who it was coming through wherever. If you didn't come see Greg or you didn't come see Uzi, then your trip was wasted. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, my youngest brother's not with us no more, but we're pretty tight like that too. So I mean, I know what you're saying. Trust me, brother.
Yeah. Well, we ain't always look. We didn't have our differences. All right, but this ain't, and that's a relationship thing as well too. Okay, it was a matter of respect. All right, that kept us being able to argue back and forth, and still had that brotherly love, but also just that love period. All right, regardless. So I could argue with this dude all day long. Okay, but I respect his opinion. I agree to disagree, and I'll call him the next day and say, hey man, I don't like your attitude, but man, I'm going to come through and we're going to do this and that. And it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. And I don't care if all 95 of them women come through and start tripping.
Yeah, because they come through. I got plenty backup.
I don't care.
All right.
They be up in there like Beyonce dancers for this dude. It's ridiculous, man.
It's all right. Don't hate. See,
I'm not hating, but I always wondered, because Maurice, let me tell you this, man. And I'm gonna get off of my family, okay? But
yeah, get off of me after this.
I will. After this, how come you can answer this question, and I know what you're gonna say already, but I'm gonna put it out there, okay? You know what? No, I ain't even put it out there. We're gonna get off of that right now. Period. Okay.
Good.
My thing is this: you got to learn what needs to happen for your partner to feel loved and respected, so that they can feel number one in your book. Okay, we got different rules for what we need to happen for us to feel loved and respected, but people need to be told, "I love you," a bunch.
Every day in the morning when I come home, every day, at least 2 or 3 times a day, on the phone when I leave, whatever I do, because I don't know if that's gonna be the last time.
Exactly.
I told my girl, I ain't telling her I love her for a long time right now.
Yeah, and sometimes you just
it's gonna be a while. I cheat on punishment.
He lied.
My biggest thing has been being in the business that I'm in. My biggest thing is the time that I have to spend with somebody. But it only takes a second to text somebody, hey, I'm thinking about you, I love you. It only takes a second to make a quick call, hey, I'm between shoots, but hey, I just want to see how you was doing. You need anything? It's just 20 minutes a day even would make that. If you got to soothe each other, okay?
She didn't even think I was going to change my status on my social media to marry because I always tell her I'm regardless I'm in entertainment and they don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
He changed his for our time.
But I changed as soon as we got married. I ain't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to be in entertainment and I'm still going to do my thug thizzle.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to ask yourself and ask your partner, okay? Just to reaffirm everything. What makes you feel loved? What do I do that makes you feel loved? What am I not doing? Okay, what have I done that has made you feel very close to me? What do I do that lets you know that I'm proud of you? And then once they give you those answers, give them what they need as frequently as they need it. Okay, you got to make them whole with.
You got to space it out.
Exactly.
You got to space it out. It got to be a surprise. You can't just wear them out with it because those are the things that they told you. You have to add your own. You have to be. You have to add your own imagination to those things that they tell you. You understand what I'm saying? Like if they like flowers, you can't just get flowers all the time because you didn't wore out. Candy, you can't just get candy all the time because you didn't wore out. Taking her on trips, even you can't just do that all the time because you're gonna wear her out. You got to kind of switch that shit up and add some shit in between. You know what I'm saying? A gift is a gift sometimes. You can draw or write a letter or this, that, and the other. It don't have to be always something you bought. You feel me? It could be something from the heart, which is things they love. You just got to keep it. You got to keep it wet.
Oh, you heard that?
May June Lee.
You gotta keep it wet.
May June.
Keep it wet. Keep it wet.
But there are some things that you can do. You know, like when I was married, I used to call my wife, and I used to tell her, you know, we used to always have this game we played when we came home. We would always have a contest. Who got the better old school music, you know? So she'd have her laptop already ready. I get mine, and we sit down, man, for about an hour. I'll play a song. She'd be like, yeah, that was cool, but what about this one? She played her. I said, yeah, you got me on that one, but what about this one? You know, we go back and forth with that stuff, okay? And it was actually a good moment out of many moments. I don't knock any of the women that I've married, you know, and Crystal Faye, y'all know who y'all are. I will take full responsibility for the demise of my marriages. It was the time. I didn't spend the time that they needed. I did not make them feel whole. So I think that's so important, and I'm so happy and proud of all of you guys. Gina's on she's engaged right now to a guy that she's been with, and great guy. I'm so proud of the fact that you guys, and I know both of y'all from way back, so I know what y'all who y'all were. Mm-hmm. You're still the same person, but you've mellowed out, I'll say.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, after I got divorced, man, the 90s went by so quick it wasn't even funny. And got to the mid 90s, you know, then I met my wife, and that was it. You know, but the first part of the 90s I didn't see. It was like I was clubbing hard, dating and everything, you know. So I mean, I feel what you're saying, Greg. I mean, it seems like I did mellow out. I stopped doing all that radio stuff. Once I stopped doing radio, it seems like once I stopped doing radio, it seems like everything kind of cooled off on its own. I did so much in East Chicago and GI, and then Texas. Went to Texas and got the radio.
Yeah.
And dude, once I got through with that, everything kind of like, you know, came down real mellow.
So is it the business, Mark, Maurice, is even Gina, she's an author. Is it the business that takes us out? Because I haven't gotten it right yet. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't gotten it right yet. All right. I can get the I can't hold on to it because I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. You know, and then when it's time to do something,
have somebody equally yoked, bro. Somebody that know and understand your business. It's like my wife, she understood like when I was doing all that stuff, managing them groups and things. Man, it wasn't nothing for me to be gone on the weekend, but she knew daggone well when I went out. I knew I was married. She knew she was married when I left. It is what it is. So, I mean, and she knew I wasn't going to do nothing stupid while I was out there. She knew she trust. That's the other thing. You know?
Right. It's the individual that you get with. They, you know, if they don't understand or like he said, equally yoked. Yeah. Then you're gonna have problems. I don't think it's the business. I don't even think it's you. It's you know what they, like I said, they signed up for something that they didn't really want, and so that's gonna have problems.
I'm gonna tell you something else too. Some you know, spouses or whatever, they see success and think just because they jumping in there with you that they can deal with it. You know, a lot of them jump in there. They don't know what you do from day to day. They know, you know, you see them and you spend that time with them, but they don't know what you do when it's time to go. That's my first wife. She could not stand that I DJ. Oh my God. We was fighting all the time because of DJ. If somebody came and said something to me, you know, while I was up on in the booth, man, it was going to be a fight that night. I even knew it, you know. As soon as I walked off the stage, I knew I had to get my stuff together and get it in the car because we're going to be arguing all the way to that mug. You know, and she didn't understand that, and I'm there for the love of it, you know, just for the love of music. So she didn't understand how much I loved it, you know, doing what I was doing. And of course, I was younger then.
And I think the fact that, you know, one thing that really helps, you gotta, if you say something, you gotta mean it. You gotta be true to your word. Yeah. And if you're in a struggling relationship, then the trust is going to be weak. If you say you're going to do something, or you share what's true for you, your partner's going to trust that it is true. Okay. Yep. They're going to believe you, and it's okay for you to change your mind. But if you take the time to catch your partner up on the changes that you're saying. You know, you change your mind and let them know that you're changing your mind. Again, be true to your word. This lets them grow with you, you know, and they'll change with you. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way. So, you know, I'm getting a text here. Somebody said marriages, huh? Yeah. Hey, look, my life is an open book. Anything about me you want to know, I'll tell you. I don't care because I'm not the same guy that I was. All right. Period.
Right.
So another thing too, man, we got to take the time to really, and you guys, I think you guys have gotten it right, to express the appreciation that you have for that person in your life. Let them know how grateful you are for them. And when we don't take that time to express the just that little simple greeting, you know, I appreciate you, I'm grateful for you, that other person can feel taking, you know, that you're taking them for granted. You know, I don't care what they do. If they've cooked you a great dinner, if they've made sure that the house is clean, if they've planned something, take the time to thank them. You know, I don't care what they do. They're doing something to make your life easier, make it more happier. Thank them. It's
without doubt.
And I'm only saying these things because these are the things that I did not do. You know what I'm saying? You learn from your mistakes.
You gotta learn from your mistake. Hey, look, I gotta go, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Pat me on the shoulder.
Same thing.
Come on,
Take care.
baby. Come on, baby.
Love you.
All right, bro.
Buddy.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, y'all. All right, y'all. So yeah, that's we're not gone yet, but that's a lot of stuff that I've gone through. And one of my exes is texting me now. What if the person understands you and your business and you still don't do right?
Man.
And I call myself out. She is absolutely, look.
That's something else right there.
I'm not putting no names out there, but I love this woman to death. Still love this woman. I still do. All right. But she understood the business. And I just didn't do right. You know what I'm saying? She understood. I probably knows me better than anybody. But
you know, I told my wife about my first wife not loving, you know, the music business, and you know, she saw how good. She said, "Baby, that's what you need to be doing because you're really good at it." I said, "Well," I said, "Babe, it's a lot of things, you know." And you know, these guys kept saying, "You know, we want you to manage this. We want you to manage it. We want you to manage it." And I'm like, "Baby, it is a lot of long hours. You think I got long hours now? Our time is gonna be gone. And you know, we do something, go to dinner, go out, or something. That's what we used to do. But as soon as that happened, she said, 'Babe, I didn't.' I said, 'Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you from the beginning.' You know." I said, "It's deep." So she wanted to go back to college and get a degree. So she went back to college and got a degree while I was out there doing music. And then she finished that stuff in fashion. Now she's degree, you know, graduated with honors and everything. So, and using that just like I use the music stuff, you know. Well, except with the pandemic going on right now, ain't nothing cracking. But before
and
that,
one thing, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, one thing I was going to add to that is some people have to realize that they're not ready for marriage. You know, some people don't settle down until they in their 60s, some even 70s. You have to realize when you're ready for it. Just because, you know, you feel like it or the other person doesn't necessarily mean that you are. So you have to be honest with yourself.
So let me ask you this. So, situation, made a gang of money. Person made a gang of money, a couple of million, and squandered it. Now you met this person before you made the money. Money caught up. Person was there for you. Squandered that money. That person was still there for you. And now that the money's come back, y'all not together because you didn't do the right thing. I mean, how does that happen?
When you say didn't do the right thing, what do you mean?
You didn't do the things to, you know, this person wasn't about money. This person was truly about you. This person knew you. This person knew how you were. You made all this money again, and this person saw you from the ups and the downs.
That sounds like the person that got the money back was sleeping, because I'm gonna tell you something. My wife has been with me through ups and downs. She's encouraged me when I thought that I have made huge mistakes, you know, as far as business is concerned. And you know, both of us that ran businesses, we ran multi-million-dollar businesses together, you know, and and been broke. I mean, broke to the point where you can't pay a light bill. And both of us were broke. Then the money started coming back, but we recognize that, you can get back there pretty quick if you ain't taking care of your business. That's communication. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it seemed like old boy wasn't, old girl, whoever was on those ends, didn't, go ahead and sew that up, take care of it.
Gina?
I can't even speak on that. I really don't know. I mean, I can't really say. I think that somewhere along the line, somebody dropped the ball or somebody wasn't all in. No matter, and you could have $1 million, 2 million, 50 million, or you could have $5. If you're not all in, it's not going to work. I don't care what happens. You have to be all in. So somebody wasn't all in.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree as well. So, one other thing that I think is good in a relationship, and again, I'm not the one to tell you what's good, but I can only tell you what I made the mistakes on, and that's dream. You know what I'm saying? Together, you both have shared dream. Okay, you enter into a relationship to build a life together, and sometimes you get caught up in life. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you need to just sit back and dream together and explore what possibilities you both can have for the future. Like Maurice and his woman, and you and yours, and Uji, and a lot of other people out there. You got to make goals and plans to support each other and live out those dreams. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
It's ridiculous that some people don't get it. I'm one of those. I will be
One
the first.
thing I want to ask in that situation, it just makes me wonder, how many times do you accept that forgiveness or I'm sorry? I think that makes a difference too. How many times, because we all are human, we all make mistakes. How many times do you take the I'm sorry?
Well, Gina,
before you finally decide you've had enough, I'm sorry.
Well, Gina, I don't know if you were on earlier when I said, this is what I said. I said, well, first of all, at the beginning of the relationship, you soon cut your tongue out before you say anything bad or do anything bad for that person. Now, as far as, things happening like business wise or even financial wise, I mean, I bought you in the relationship and both of us were making decisions on those and we both had to settle. We don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing to my wife that would ever hurt her, ever.
Right.
Period. And when you get in a relationship with somebody that you really care about, the last thing you want to do is say something crazy, or say something to the point of, that's the last thing. You don't need to be in a relationship if you're talking too crazy, or, you got to say, I'm sorry every 10 minutes because you done or say something crazy, Gina?
That's true. That's true.
I think eventually when you get to that point, no matter what that person has done or what direction they decide to go in, you probably just want to throw your hands up and say, hey, I've accepted, I'm sorry, and been there long enough. Now it's time for me to go in another direction.
So what and you guys are clearly successful in what you're doing, but what does it take? What steps do you take when a relationship is at a breaking point?
For me, you mean when you feel that it's done with, or what do you mean?
Yeah, when we feel that it's done with, do you try to fix it?
It all depends on what the problem is. It really depends on what the problem is. If it's something that I've have decided in any relationship I'm not going to accept, then no, I'm not going to try to fix it, because I'm walking away.
Infidelity.
And those things are discussed up front. I've always put those things up front. These are things that I'm just not going to tolerate. I'm not even going to accept it. I'm sorry. I'm just done. So I don't want to work on those. I don't want to work on that, because it's going to be hard for me. And I know it's hard for me. And to say, okay, I accept your apology and still, have it there on my mind, I can't do it.
Okay.
That's just me. So like I say, it's just It all depends on what that thing is.
So everybody and I'm not everybody, but people have breaks in their relationship. Okay, how long do the breaks usually last? Now, some people might say, if you're really going to work it out, a week, a month should be enough time for one or both of you guys to determine whether you should stay together. Maybe you could decide halfway through that time period that you want to be with that person, but you got to respect the time frame. You know what I'm saying? So if we say, hey, I'm gonna take a week or I'm gonna take a month and really think about it, you might be in the same household, okay? But do you think it's cool to take that time? And if it's cool to take that time, do you think that one or the other should respect that time frame?
Well, speaking from experience, I always thought space meant, hey, you ready to take off. And the last thing me and my wife would do, I mean, it might be overnight at the most. I mean, we done had our donkey days, is what we call them. Well, you don't say nothing to each other overnight. Then the next day, I got to say something to you. Vice versa. Just unless it was something like cheating or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then, if it's something like cheating or something, that's totally different. But it's just a disagreement or a mistake that was made with some money or something like that. We had your donkey days and gone. You know what I mean? Don't say nothing for 24 hours, then wake up the next day, baby. We can talk now because it ain't heated.
So does taking a break mean you're single?
No.
Well, if you're married, technically, if you're taking a break, that sounds like you want to be separated. To me,
it sounds like, okay, if you're the one that's bringing it up, you want to take a break.
Deuces.
Okay, well, go ahead and take that break. That don't mean that I'm going to be there when you feel like you want to come back. Okay, because now you've disrespected the vow to me.
Right.
I don't think. Well, if it's a marriage, I don't think there is a break. You should work things out. When you separate it, then that's, to me, that's on the line. You might as well get divorced. What are you going to separate for?
Well, that's what I'm saying. A break is
what do you need breathing for? Because I mean, you got married. I mean,
you have to work those things out in the marriage. You don't take a break. You can't take a break from marriage. Just like you can't take a break and you get tired because you have kids. You can't just walk away and say, hey, I'm done with my kids.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? It's a responsibility. It's a vow you took. You have to honor it. And if you can't work it out, you have to figure out what direction you're going in.
A break is just a pause. It's a pause from the other person. It gives you time to think about.
I don't know. I did something like that when I was single. I mean,
if we take a break, I'm gone.
Mm-mm.
I'm done.
I am too. But I was married for 17 years. I never had a break. Twice I was married for 17 years. And break, if you tell me we need to take a break, that means either you want to go out with somebody else or you tired of me. Let's not take this break. Let's talk about it and let's, if we decide we're going to go in our own direction, let's do that. Let's not play games.
Right.
I've never had a break in either one of my marriages. That to me doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make no sense to me either. I mean, break.
Now, if you're talking about, somebody you're dating, me and Robert been dating for 4 years. We're engaged now. We've been engaged for 1.5 years, but we've never taken a break. You take that break. I'm not waiting for somebody to come back.
Well, see, now here's another scenario with that. If you are continuously feeling disrespected, if you're continuously feeling unwanted, there's no intimacy, and if your fights just get to the point of getting physical or emotionally abusive,
y'all need to be together.
It's time to
go. Yes. It's time to go. It's time to go.
If the minute that other person puts their hands on you, if they shove you, if they hit you, they grab you, or if they start telling you that you're and when they do that, they're telling you that, nah, I was just playing. You exaggerating and this and that. Okay, they're delusional, number one, but it's time. It's time to go.
It's time to go.
Even if it's emotional abuse, okay, that's just as bad as
that's just bad as physical.
That's just toxic.
The problem is that it's hard for some people to let go and start over. And it's kind of like that car that you keep putting the money in. You spend so much money on this car, you don't want to get rid of it. Hey, I just spent all this money. I don't want to start over spending money again. Some people just don't want to start over, so they continue in a bad relationship.
And it's changed too. People don't want to change. So, like Maurice and Uji, and I think you've said before, okay. So we get in a situation where, life happens. So you have to change. You grow, and it's a part of sharing that life together, okay. But it could also, that change can also be that division. You know what I'm saying? One end, you set the partner for who they are, and they're part of your relationship. On the other side, you need to make changes, but refuse to ask help from the other person. So you're shutting them out. It's a lot of stuff that, in relationships are just that's not an 8-hour job. That's a 24-hour job, man.
Mm-hmm. People don't realize that. Right, they see it on television, they see it in the movies, and it's not like that. It's a job. You have to work at a relationship. People do not want to work at relationships anymore. It's not easy. And you can't always walk away just because you're upset or you're mad. Now, there's other circumstances, yes, you need to walk away, abuse, things like that. But because, you're not getting along, or, she don't like this and I do, that you got to work on all that. You're never going to have that perfect relationship. As I always said, when you get into a relationship, you have to decide whose quirks you want to deal with, because we all have them.
Okay, so let me ask you guys, if you've thought about cheating, you haven't done it, but you thought about cheating, is that cheating?
No,
I don't think so either.
No.
I mean, we all have, desires. We all see attractive people. We all, no, I don't think that's cheating.
It's taking that action to the next level would make you get in trouble.
Yep.
So just thinking about it is not going to get you in trouble.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
If y'all out and say you see a beautiful girl or you see this handsome guy and you kind of look at him, I'm talking to you, and you kind of, your mind is not focused on what I'm talking to you about. You've already had an emotional, physical affair.
I remember back when we used to go to church. I grew up in like Church of God in Christ, and that was a sin, And I don't know if you went. What church did you go to church over at like Saints Home? Anything? You ever been there?
I went to Baptist Church, Christian Valley.
Oh, okay, yeah. I grew up in the Church of God in Christ, Saints Home over there on 25th and Grant. And I'm gonna tell you, that was a sin. But as I got older, it was where your mind is at. My mind is on my wife and my family. So I mean, of course, my wife is in fashion. Of course, there are beautiful women all the time around. And I actually say it. Hey, she's a beautiful girl. She needs to be in XYZ, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about. And so it. I mean, to me, I don't think that's a sin. But
I don't think so either.
I mean, it's just where your mind at. Now, if you
and what you do with those thoughts, what you do with those thoughts,
you act on those thoughts, and that's totally something different. It's kind of like somebody that's got a problem eating, and they pass by a buffet and look at that food and say, "It was good." Now, if you walk up in there and get in that buffet, you know what I mean? You get in that buffet, then you done messed up.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess our goal, and tomorrow we're gonna talk a little bit deeper into this, because there's a lot of stuff we did not touch on. Okay, and we've talked about relationships before, but I think today we got a little different, and tomorrow's gonna be even more different. Trust me. But we all want a healthy relationship. We all want to make sure that any relationship that we're in, be it a marriage, be it a boyfriend, girlfriend, be it business relationships, friends, we want to make sure that it's a healthy relationship. And you
we're gonna talk about business. I got a lot of business relationships. I like that.
But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow, definitely. Business relationships, they sometimes they're even harder than regular relationships.
Dude, you just really hit it, man. You just don't know.
One key factor.
I think we all been through those dilemmas.
Yeah, which is why I'm glad that the people that are regular people, like you, Gina, Jocelyn, you, Maurice, we can tell people our stories.
Yeah.
And again, on this platform, we freely speak our mind, but everything that we say is what we go through. It may not necessarily be what you go through, but you always got to try to take some gems, some pieces of good from everything that we say off of here, because our overall intention is to mean well, to educate, and to motivate. All right, period. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, but what we're trying to do is strive to, everybody tries to strive to have a healthy relationship, and I think the biggest part of being compatible with somebody, the biggest part of trying to be in a relationship with somebody and make them feel as great as you want them to make you feel, is that you like yourself. You have to love yourself first.
Yeah.
And if you don't love yourself, then you're in for a world of trouble. All right. Those are the people that start with the emotional abuse because they want you to be lower than them. They want you to feel the misery that they're feeling all the time. All right. You got to find joy, and you got to, like I said, you got to love yourself first. Find joy in your partner as well. You cannot love anyone unless you love yourself.
That's true.
So, and a lot of stuff still, and I'm still firm with this. Okay, forgiveness is important. You gotta, if you're going to be with this person, forgive them for some of the stuff that they did. Don't bring that baggage from the past either. Don't bring your old baggage into this one. The minute and I'm not saying me, period. I'm just saying in general. The minute I walk in the house with my shoes on, that's something that the ex did, and you hate it. Don't go off on me. Just say and tell me, okay, that's what so and so did. That's why I divorced them, and that's not good for me. Don't tell me nothing like that. I don't want to hear that. All right. Go ahead.
That's why I always say, you have to be with somebody that wouldn't say anything like that to you. They not that way anyway. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't say. They just wouldn't say they wouldn't want to hurt you like that.
But see, that's the thing I'm saying, Maurice.
Right.
Like, when you get in to a relationship, before you get into a relationship, everything is like milk and honey, man. Everything is so beautiful, and this is the woman of my dreams. Look at her, man. Every time I come to her place, it's so clean and shiny. She got food ready for me. She come to my place, I got her. I'm treating her like a queen. And the minute that I do, it's the curlers come on and the holy bath words and I come home and it's bats flying all over the place, man. And I'm like,
14 people eating up all your food.
Dude,
oh wait, hold on. That was my first marriage. Come home and there's a party going on. I didn't even know.
Maurice, her cousins in there all over the house. All of them at the house. They got their feet up. They playing my piano and I don't even play it.
All right.
You got problems.
I'm just saying, man.
Hey, my first time around, that's what was happening. Everything was cool. You get $2 in your pocket, and everybody, as soon as you buy alcohol, you know how Negroes are. They show up.
Okay, and what is this? What is this? Hey, man, look, man. You got some spare change?
I don't know what that is,
dude. And
what the hell is spare change?
If you say, they say, man, all of them videos you play and all of them recording artists and stuff,
spare change.
Yeah, you ain't have a spare change. I'm like, I don't.
You didn't come out there and sweep up nothing or nothing.
Ain't none of my money spare.
That's a sign of something.
No, I don't have spare change. Okay, and I've been up, I've been down, and since I'm back up now, it ain't never. I know what to do now. So spare change is not. Look, if you're out there, and I know we all for relationship, but that's part of a relationship too. If you're out there doing your thing, I'll applaud everybody who's doing their thing the right way. Okay, but if you out there and you got your job every morning is to beg.
Dude, trust me.
That picture, because you got 24 hours. Well, I say a good 12 hours in the day to go out there and get. Look, McDonald's is always hiring.
Forget that. I keep telling them, mug, I said, look. They always ask, well, what do you do, man? What did you do? What you do? I said, well, first of all, I paid attention to somebody that knew more than I did.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing. And then when they gave me the advice, when I said, hey, man, how can I get in that? I took my ass on down there and found out the way to get in there, you know, whether it was on the low pole or the high pole. I just got in there and did my best, you know.
Maurice,
and
you and I both swept up the mall.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
You know,
I had that jam box running up and down top floor. Man.
We swept the mall up, mopped them people.
In 4 hours.
Yes, in 4 hours. We weren't making no move, but we did that, and we did
what we had to do, right?
We could. Okay, we did that. All right, and I wasn't ashamed of it.
No.
And if everything went back to whatever, man, look, I'll go work in. I'm going to work. I'll go work in McDonald's. I'll do something. Right, but I know that I am too gifted to not be able to stay on my feet. I'm too gifted.
Exactly. God gave you too many gifts, and you know, I always tell my sons that do what you love, and it won't be work.
And it won't be work, man. What I got my son on, do what you love. Okay, yes, he has a job, but he's getting to a point where he's getting ready to put his stuff out, and I know it's gonna go. Why? Because he loves it.
Well, my son just started this podcast, man. It's kind of flying like a mug, you know. I'm editing and stuff, but he's been around me, man, since Gary days. You know, when he was little, 2-3 years old. He had his set of headphones hooked up to the mix, and I had it turned down. I'm down there mixing music and everything, putting it on tapes and sending it off. You know, and he was little, baby boy, so he grew up in the music, and he remembers all that stuff. That's so crazy. And when he got old enough to do what he wanted to do, he jumped into music too. But he has a good commentating voice. He's got a real good voice. He's got a voice for what he's doing right now with these podcasts. It's called Drinking Partners. And dude, right now it is blowing up. This next episode that I just edited up this past Sunday is coming out tomorrow on Wednesday. Whoo, boy.
Hey, man, we can talk about it tomorrow. Most definitely. Okay. But, you know, hey, thank everybody for checking us out. Gina, glad you popped on because I spoke to you earlier. I knew you come with a whole different perspective. Maurice is always good when you pop on, brother. Always good, especially on the music Thursdays and Fridays.
Yes.
Let me leave y'all with this. This isn't relationship basically, but it is. Okay. You can't regret being good to bad people. You know what I'm saying? Nope. You can't regret being good to bad people. Your actions say everything about you, and their actions say everything about them. So keep being you and let the karma deal with them. You know,
all right.
Always be yourself. Okay, love yourself, love everybody, and you know whatever comes. All right. The bottom line is that God has us all, and He ain't gonna let us down. Okay, and what He has for us, I accept it. I accept it. Hey man, look, y'all know what I got to do before we get up out of here. You know, got to do it. Let's go.
You're beautiful. You're smart. You're loved. This week we're great. You got this. You're a badass. You can do this.
All right.
Let it, baby. Let it, baby. We don't know. We don't even care.
Okay, everybody, we got tomorrow more relationship. This is Relationship Wednesday. We got some more. We're talking about some business relationships and some other unconventional relationships too. Okay, so hopefully we will see you guys tomorrow. It's DopelivenTV Live. Peace out.
Man. Peace.